what are the actual prices for 2022? And to me, this is insane. I'm going to show you guys a chart here of everything that you need to know, where it's gone, before we dive into the list of movies. So check this one out. This is crazy. So these are the Netflix prices, if you guys can see this. So it started, and actually they only had standard HD definition forever, which was 2 screens, and that was at $7.99. That was back in 2011. They moved that price down. Instead of 2 screens, they moved it down to 1 screen, and you didn't get high definition. You got standard, or not even standard. No, standard, no HD, just basic at $7.99. And they kept that price from 2014, 15, 17. 17 looks like when there was like some changes being done. In 2019 is when it went from $7.99 to $8.99. The next price change for this is happening now. $9.99. $10, man. $10, 1 screen, and no HD. And you know what? Isn't 720 considered HD?
Yeah, this is 480-ish.
480. Dude, that sucks.
They should just give you that free with ads.
That sucks, man. Okay, so now the standard, you get, this is standard HD. This is your 720 and 1080p with 2 screens. It started in 2011 for $7.99. And then when they introduced the no HD, they added $1 to this package with HD, basic HD, and 2 screens, $8.99. In 2014, October of 2015, it went to $9.99. October of 2017, it went up to $10.99. January of 2019, $12.99. October of 2020, $13.99. And the new price is, this is January 2022, $15.49. They've been, I'm going to say this word. They've been gouging the crap out of this option dramatically. Like, think about it. When the basic 1 screen with no definition, with no high def, this is 480. This is anything below 720. Started at $7.99. It went up a total of $2 to $9.99. With the standard high def with 2 screens, it started from $7.99, and it has more than doubled to $15.49 from 2011 to 2022. That is ridiculous. That, like, the math on that concept doesn't even make sense. You go $2 difference on one package, and then this one you go up, what is it, $7 and change difference? $7.50 difference? Holy crap, man. Okay, now this is what everybody is using right now. It's more common to get 4K these days, 4K TVs. Way more common than what it was a few years ago. And even if you're not getting true 4K, you're getting some sorts of 4K. So Netflix introduced their 4K package with 4 screens. I wish they had a package which is 4K 1 screen. You know what I mean? At a cheaper deal. Like, they need to get rid of, like, anything like no HD, basic, no, like anything below 720, they need to get rid of that. And I get it. That's going to be more for your cell phone, because your cell phone, you're not going to tell the difference. Like, if it's 480p, or actually, I don't know if you would tell the difference or not on 480p and 4K. I would think you would be able to tell some sort of difference.
Yeah, well, it all depends on your cell phone too, right? So the higher end phones.
Yeah, go ahead.
The higher end phones today, they are pushing HD, QHD. They're pushing, 120 refresh rates on the screens. You'll notice the difference. Like if you watch a YouTube video on your phone, you're going to notice the difference between 480 and 4K. You will notice the difference.
For sure. I think what they need to do is they need to get rid of the basic. Well, before I get there, this is what they've done so far with the premium 4K 4 screens. This price was introduced and became available April 2013 at $11.99. That's the highest price that they had when you look at all the prices at the cheapest level for 4K. They held at $11.99 from April 2013 and raised it in October 2017 to $13.99. And then January 2019, $15.99. October 2020, $17.99. And now this year, they don't want to call it $20, so they're going to call it $19.99. Which to me, you're not fooling anybody anymore. Back in the day, you used to be able to fool people saying like, oh, $9.99. Nope. Nowadays, people say that's $10. When they see $19.99, people are going to say that's $20. They're freaking they lost their damn mind. What they should do is, and this is just me. This is just my opinion. I don't know how you feel about this. What they should do is, and I'll keep the chart up here while we talk about this one. The basic plan should include 720 and 1080p. You could do one screen if you want, whatever. At $9.99, if they want to do that, that's fine. If they want to add 4K for one screen, they should have an option like saying, "Hey, I want an option for 4K. One screen's fine," and raise it up to like $2 or like $1.50 or something.
It's still expensive. We wouldn't buy it, but that makes sense as a marketing perspective. So I'll agree with you there.
I definitely still wouldn't buy it, but yeah. And then okay, so we would get rid of the basics. So now standard becomes what your basic one is. Now, if you wanted to add connections, like the standard one has 2 connections, okay, instead of $9.99 or $15.49, I don't know. To me, that's still a hard pill to swallow. $15 for standard HD at 2 screens. If they want to keep it like that and say, okay, I think they should drop that price to maybe $14.99, and then same thing, $1.50 upgrade if you want to do 4K. And then if you want 4K with 4 screens, whatever, $19.99, which I still think is a price gouging thing. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think that the left hand's not talking with the right hand. And what I mean by that is they're not understanding the implications that they're causing and how to work with it at the same time. So by saying people can't share accounts, right? They have to cater to the individuals that only want 1 to 2 screens, because in a household, now you're going to create more than one account in one household. You are, right? You're going to have, the kid, let's say an average family, you have mom, dad, maybe a teenage kid and a younger kid. So the mom and the dad and the younger kid are going to share a 2 connection account. That's going to go across all their devices and the phones and the TVs. And then they're going to have a kid that might be in, high school, maybe going to college, university, and they're going to have their own account. They're not always going to be home. They're more on the go, and they're going to want an account just for themselves. So there needs to be more packages that's scaled out to understand the implications that they're making their customers have to resort to, right? And I also agree that their price plan for what they're going for is too basic. There has to be an option for HD or no HD, and there has to be more of an option to add connections or don't add connections or remove connections or whatever, right? And I think unless they start to understand that, they're going to lose a lot more people than they think they're going to gain, because some of their price increases, I think, are actually coming from their Korean side, because there's a big push for Korean content right now. Huge. Like I've been getting notifications about this. They're promoting it everywhere, and they're saying that all these new Korean dramas are coming next month, right? So they're pulling in Korean dramas, they're pulling in other content from other parts of the world,
I capitalize.
and they are going to get some new customers, because where else are you going to watch this content if that's the content you want to watch, right? But at the same time, unless they start to understand the changes that their current customers are going through, then they're going to lose them. And it's going to be a lot harder to bring them back once you lose them, especially when you have such nice platforms like Disney Plus.
Yeah,
If
totally.
somebody leaves Netflix and they get a taste of Disney Plus, they're not coming back, bro.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. 100%. I agree.